I can see if it's recording.
Okay, it's working.
Okay, it's recording. Cool.
Okay, so we've got offset squats. So wide as you can be, turned out as you can be. Thinking about sit bones pulling together, center on, fold at the knee and the hip, pushing the hip back to maintain the knee tracking over the foot sideways. And then coming back up, switch and change. If you think heel spiraling in, sit bone spiraling in, it really works well. Okay, so 4 or 5 to either side. Challenge the range of movement by taking the feet wider, or just kind of finding that connection. Always think scooping in. Frog prep, knees wider, elbows down, shins in line with feet. The hips go forwards and backwards, rib cage and shoulders follow. Neutral spine, so you're not going to lose your pelvic alignment, you're not going to lose your lower back, hollow in the small of your back. You're just moving forwards and backwards into the stretch here, forwards out of the stretch there. Again, 8 to 10. We've got the side, thread the needle side kick. So we kick out to the side 1 foot, turn the foot out a little bit, knee points up. Try and keep this external rotation, that glute in, that heel in. Take the arm underneath the torso, elbow can bend, head comes down towards the floor in the center line. Breathing in, opening up. Now, as you open up, think pull from the inner thigh of the lower leg and reach up to the ceiling. And then you can do that on that side, 6 to 8. You can then change the hand on the same side, and the thread underneath becomes a stretch to this leg, your supporting leg. And then as you come open, you can stretch your inner thigh here by rotating the thigh bone up and reaching the arm up. Now try not to drift over the supporting arm, try and reach away from the supporting arm just to max that lovely stretch. Matrix or thigh stretch, wide knees, toes down, center on, glutes in, arms forward to provide a little bit of offset. Look down so we're not straining the neck. Hinge backwards from the knees, thighs stretch, not the waist. So it looks like backwards hinge, arms forwards, and then adding some rotation into the thigh muscles by spiraling around, just kind of spiraling around as you hinge, and feel that one spiraling this way and that one spiraling that way, and then back to center, and then spiral the other way. Breathing in, breathing out. Now, body weight, leg. Don't overload it. It's going to tear, yeah? So be really careful not to overmove, just keeping that lovely sense of on and off, on and off. That takes us into climb a tree prep, which is a dynamic hamstring stretch, leg stretch, maybe more than hamstring. Do left. Left glute med needs to stay on. So use your middle finger of your left hand just lateral of the sit bone, just to feel the resistance maintained in that muscle at the back of the hip. A little bit of external rotation, not massive, so shoulder with the knee to shoulder, heel to center line. Breathing in, stretch the leg away, keep the glute working, let the heel spiral in a little bit towards the top, and then as you bend the knee, let the heel spiral back to its really happy place. That allows the knee to function with its screw home mechanism, and then what we're trying to do is get the legs to straighten fully. All of the muscles and the little electric control systems turn on, and then as you bend the knee, they turn off. The muscle releases. We're keeping the hollow end of the small of the back. Again, 8 to either side. And then we've got the standing work, which is the little heel lifts. So I do it in turn out. It's nice to keep that center line connection, a little bit of gluteal activity. Center in, glutes on. Pull your heels up, squeeze the heels together, lift through the crown of the head, and then as you come back down, lowering down, feel as though you leave the head behind, so you're making length. So you lift up, you're lifting up, and as you come down, keep reaching up as you pull the heels down, lengthen through those tissues. Now, if you want to make that really funky, and you can hold on to something really helps, you can come into a high lift here, and you can lift the foot to the side, and then you can bring the foot down, and you're really working hard through the calf, and you're going to get really good calf strength balance. Again, do a couple to either side, don't do masses of those until they get easy. And then finally rolling down, We're going to use a block under the heels to make a little bit of space in all of these tissues. We're using a sensible approach, so if I lean back, if I push my hips backwards and try and reach the floor, I'm miles away. So weight on toes, so it's really helping with our toe off and our lifts and all those other things. Think about a little bit of kind of maybe a couple of degrees of turnout, not too much. Breath in, breath out, look down, focus on the space in front of your feet with your arms and your head. Actually let your head drop, look at your hip bones as you go down. Release, 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 let go. Breathe in at the bottom. And then as you breathe out, think, tip the pelvis up. Then the waist, then the ribs, and then the shoulders. And I always just add a little bit of a lift here. Breath in and step down. So 6 to 8 of all the exercises. Don't overdo it. Think about maybe finding a little bit more carefully and quietly. Good.